happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. You guys can probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely gonna want to see this one. So you got that woke DEI mayor Karen Bass potentially in some serious trouble after saying some very interesting things to Donald Trump in this newest update, guys. I'm excited to get into it, so I'm gonna hop straight into it. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we even get into it, you guys, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's get straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
And the number one thing that we are going to do immediately, and you will see this happen, is to clear out the debris. And you know, we're concerned right now over the weekend because of the potential rain, but we are going to move as fast as we can, but we want you to be safe. And we want you to be back in your homes immediately.
But the people are willing to clean out their own debris. It doesn't
Yes,
cost
and
a
they
lot.
can.
You
and
should
they are
let them
able
do it, because
No,
by the
they
time you
can do
hire
that.
contractors, it's
Right.
going to be 2 years.
If a family...
People are willing to get a dumpster and do it themselves and clean it out.
And they can
There's
do
not that much left. It's all incinerated.
That's right.
And, you know, it's just going to take a long time if you do. You can do some of it, but a lot of these people, I know that guy right there that's talking. I know my people. You'll be on that thing tonight, throwing the stuff away, and your site it'll look perfect within 24 hours. And that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wait around for 7 months till the city hires some demolition contract
If
that's going to charge him
want to build-
$25,000 to do his lot.
Come on now. That's what I love about Donald Trump. Just the no nonsense behavior. There is no more kickbacks going for Karen and her crews. Donald Trump said, we're going to not drag our feet on this. Folks are willing and able to clear out their own debris. We're not going to take 2-3 years to do this. Let's act now. He's done with it.
That's going to charge him $25,000 to do his lot. I think you have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because I looked, I mean, you have a very powerful
declaration.
emergency power, and you
Yes.
can do everything within 24 hours.
Yes. And if individuals want to clear out their property, they can. Well, yes, but you know that you will be able to go back soon.
Mr. President.
We think within a week.
That's a long time, a week. I'll be honest. To me, everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most important
week
thing
is
is
a
for
long
people to
time.
be safe.
And that right there just shows Karen Bass got caught in a lie. She's saying that she exercised her powers, but then we're hearing that folks aren't allowed to go to their houses and clear out the debris. And she says maybe it'll be a week. Oh my god. And then I really love how Donald Trump just sounds like a concerned grandfather almost, with saying a week is way too long. You know, waiting for a week to get to these houses and clear out the debris. That's crazy. Karen Bass just got caught up though. Listen to it.
Not allowed to do it.
And the most important
week
thing
is
is
a
for
long
people to
time.
be safe.
They're safe.
You mentioned a couple of things in terms of us expediting. So I signed executive directives right away so that we could cut the red tape. We could get people back building as fast as possible. And we're going to continue doing that.
Yeah, the one thing is they are saying they will not be allowed to start for 18 months.
No, that will not be the case.
Okay, I just hope
That
you're
will
right.
not, you can hold me to it.
Because 4 groups said that.
No,
That would be, they should
No,
be able
that-
to do it. They should be able to start tonight.
that will not be the case. You know, first we have to take care of, to make sure that there's not getting rid of the hazardous waste, cleaning things up so that people can start right away. And just like you said, if somebody had their house was destroyed and they're going to rebuild essentially the same, maybe a little bit longer, a little bit higher, they really shouldn't have to go through much of a process. So I want you to know that we are expediting that. We absolutely need your help. We need the...
I don't like her tone right here. It just seems like I'm being bullcrapped along. Excuse my language, but I'm just being honest. You know, you got to call him out. This is the DEI stuff we're talking about. Like, what does she mean? I really do love what Donald Trump is doing here, though. This is something that we would have never seen coming from old Joe Biden and Donald Trump, meeting with the people. trying to see the victims, hear them out. Do you have Biden? He was on vacation. The hurricanes hit. Biden was nowhere to be found.
Know that we are expediting that. We absolutely need your help. We need the federal help.
You got it. I told you, you will have no permit problem. There will be zero delay. And as far as I'm concerned, you already have the permits.
And the resource.
I am more worried because I met at least 8 groups of homeowners, and I'm much more worried about the fact that they said it's 18 months exactly, and they were devastated. They want to start now. They want to start removing things. They're not allowed to do it now. And you mentioned hazardous waste. Well, the hazardous waste. What's hazardous waste? I mean, you're going to have to define that. We're going to go through a whole series of questions on determining what's hazardous.
Nope.
I just think you have to allow the people to go on their site and start the process tonight.
And we will.
Okay, good.
You can come back and check.
Most people don't have adequate insurance because they couldn't get it. One company dropped 1,600 policies just in the last 6 months. We've got 16 times as much property damage here as from Hawaii. And I'm hoping that we get at least 16 times the federal appropriation for the CDBG program that helps people rebuild. And I know you've talked about policies of California that you're not a fan of. But I've been in Congress for 28 years. I really disagree with Louisiana on their abortion policy. I disagree with them on their campaign finance policy. I disagree with North Dakota on their gun policy. And I would never turn to somebody from Louisiana and say, you keep living on your cousin's couch, because we're not going to help you rebuild until Louisiana agrees with me on a woman's right to choose. So I'm hoping that we can get these funds and that we don't punish individuals for the policies of their state. You can disagree with them, and I think you've got some ideas. I look forward to us listening. Also on tariffs, I often agree with you on tariffs, but how about no tariffs on building materials for the next 3 years?
No, we'll take a look at that, actually.
Mr. President.
I agree with that part. No tariffs on building materials. This guy really wants to advocate for his community, get things rebuilt. But as far as bringing politics into this whole thing, this is a terrible disaster. So many folks were affected. I doubt that's the last thing that's on Donald Trump's mind. It is bringing and dragging politics into this policies. If you don't agree with us, we're not going to help you. That's not the case whatsoever.
Mayor, please.
Yes. First of all,
we were lucky because I was able to fight the fire on my fence. But when I got to my house, there was no water in the pipes. So I got inside and I picked up the flower vases because I give my wife flowers every week. And there was water there, and we started with that. Then I found my son's bucket of baseballs, and I dumped the baseballs on the ground, and I used the bucket. But there was still no water, except for the water in the gutter coming from the burnt homes uphill. So I went to and fro to my gutter and my fence with my bucket. 2 guys showed up in a truck, 2 neighbors. We found 2 more buckets, bucket after bucket after bucket. Many of my neighbors, including some here, tried to fight the fires. They couldn't. We were lucky our house was saved. But we should not have to rely on buckets to put out a fire.
That's right.
You can't.
Come on now. And that's why a lot of these homeowners had their insurance policies canceled, because this was blatant mismanagement of land by these folks who were voted into power. Karen Bass, the DEI mayor, and that Governor Gavin Newsom. It doesn't make sense. We have to hold these folks who are really responsible accountable.
Stop an 80-mile-per-hour wind or 100-mile-per-hour wind, but there were many things that went wrong here that are basic and small. We did not have traffic police to guide the evacuation, so there was gridlock on Sunset. They've removed the vehicles now, but there were dozens of vehicles that were abandoned by drivers who fled for their lives because there were no traffic cops available. the fire department wasn't pre-deployed, even though there was an extreme wind event coming. And many of my neighbors lost their fire insurance in the days before the blaze. So I asked my neighbors, what would they want to know if I could ask the president a question? And the number one thing was insurance. Can you work with the insurance companies to get people back to where they were before they lost the coverage because of California's regulations? And can you make California change its rules so that when we build again, we can get fire insurance and we don't have to worry? And there's one other point I want to make. I really appreciate my congressman advocating for money. We need the money from the federal government. But I also understand Americans who are tired of spending money on California and disasters happen, and the California government passes $50 million to oppose your policies. So they have $50 million for that, but not for moving people into rental homes or helping people relocate or rebuild. I would like to ask you to follow the 9/11 Commission precedent and appoint a special master to watch the money.
Come on
to
now.
make sure that every federal dollar that gets spent here is spent on fire relief and rebuilding and not on everything else.
Good idea.
Yo, there we have it, guys. And to that gentleman's point there at the end, we definitely have to make sure we stay away from donating to larger organizations or the state of California, because you truly just don't know if that money will make it down there to the folks who have actually been affected by a disaster, if that money is properly being allocated. It's best off just to donate to individuals or smaller groups if you have to. But it just blows my mind to think it's gotten that bad, that corrupt, evil in this world, our nation, where folks will misuse and abuse the disaster relief funds. Like, that is sick for me to try to get through my head. One thing I can say I'm really happy, it's almost refreshing to see, is Donald Trump's instant response, snap into action, visiting these folks, the victims who have been affected. It just is night and day from what we had these last 4 years. The nation spoke, and this is exactly what we needed, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. I also want to take this time to give a huge shout out, thanks to all the folks who have been showing all that love in the comment section. I'm feeling a little bit better today, but still a little bit underneath the weather. I'm fighting through it. Like you guys said, I'm staying hydrated. I'm up on my vitamins. I think someone said take a lot of zinc, so I've been doing that. Green tea, tea, lemon, ginger, honey. I've been getting right, but I'm not sure if I've completely kicked its butt yet. I'll keep you guys updated on that, but definitely make sure you guys hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you'd enjoy more content like this. Catch you guys on the next one. We go.